Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan, and basically Creative Assembly have finally given us a schedule. So this means that when we get access to specific parts of the game, I'll be able to show you specific things. This is obviously in relation to Forge of the Chaos Dwarfs, so I want to just give you a little schedule update so you know more or less what to expect. I won't be going into too much detail, obviously, but there is a few things that I do want to talk about. So I can start dropping content as from Friday the 31st of March. So only a week to go, and then afterwards you'll get my usual, well, loads of videos where and when needed. As expected, with DLC and FLC and all that type of stuff, it is spread out through multiple embargo points, so don't expect everything literally at the very beginning. The first embargo, which is on the 31st, will focus around battle, so this is where we'll be able to talk about the Chorf roster, how it performs in battle, the lore of magic itself, showcasing that off, and hopefully any new maps that may or may not be included in this new patch/DLC cycle. Which, since it's a new race, we can pretty much expect at least one or two, right? I know new maps are not the most interesting stuff, but you guys know me from, like, multiple DLCs at this point. Yeah, I like looking at the pretty maps, right? Since the next embargo, which focuses on campaign, is a little far off compared to usual, don't worry, you're going to get those details right now in just a few seconds. There will be some times where I might actually dip my toes into a little bit of battle stuff, you know, just to see how multiplayer works a little bit with other content partners, and not only that, just to see how the race performs in battle versus, say, for example, AI Chaos Dwarfs or AI Normal Dwarfs, all the usual stuff, because I feel it would be good to know how the race performs in battle versus the AI for future stuff in the campaign, you know? It's always good to know these types of things. How do they fare in sieges, for example? How do they do in land battles, areas with loads of different twists and turns? I don't know exactly what maps I'll be focusing on just yet, but that gives me time to think, right? As from the 5th of April, this is where campaign begins, and I have no turn or time restrictions, so I can make a lot of stuff. As you can expect, at the beginning we'll focus on a breakdown regarding the Chorf campaign, all the mechanics and so on. So this video should be fairly long, and then we're going to start looking towards how the different lords work, if there's anything special about them, is one more powerful than the other, because I have questions myself. You know, I want to see how things go, and yeah, you can expect a lot of videos here. This is a lot of stuff that we'll be going into, quest battles, well, pretty much everything, right? If you remember other DLC drops, I normally go full ham here, and I've literally been with my notepad just writing out ideas whilst I've been waiting for paint to dry, because I've been painting up some Chaos Dwarf miniatures as I felt a little inspired, so yeah. At this point, I'll also be able to show off Ulrika, so that should be kind of fun, because I'm kind of curious to see how she works and how exactly she's unlocked. It's one of those things. Seeing as this seems to be the new norm, it's always great to kind of get used to the new format, right? As from Tuesday the 11th, we have other FLC, so it's not really named, so I imagine it's going to be Mirrors of Madness, considering the fact that we have some no-context achievements that popped up on the Steam page, so it's likely that, hell, it could be something else, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Really, we know nothing about this just yet, which is kind of annoying, considering it was announced, what, like 5 months ago? Yeah, or more. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see for that. And then finally, on Wednesday the 12th, which is the day before the DLC drops, I'll be dropping a review regarding the Forge of the Chaos Dwarf DLC, which I imagine will be kind of lengthy as... well, we've seen a lot to this DLC already, you know, with all the Let's Plays, and I already have a decent amount of things to say, even though I haven't even played it yet. So, at this point also, I'll be able to talk about the story stuff, because the final battle is there for the last day. I personally, and this is something that I've been very vocal about, I don't like that the DLC review embargo is 2 days before. There's a lot of companies that do 3-4 days prior, and it should be that, in all honesty, not the day before, because I feel like that's just holding back people from actually properly buying, because they want to wait for reviews to make a proper impression. And yeah, I don't know. Day before has always been something that I really dislike about Creative Assembly, but let's be honest, if it hasn't changed now, it won't change ever. But yeah, here's my full schedule. Hopefully it's something that you guys can be excited about. I know that there's a lot of people a bit put off by the price and obviously the lack of 4th Legendary Lord. Hopefully with my content we'll be able to see everything and see if it's actually worth it. I'm kind of excited for this DLC, I'll be very honest with you, but then again, when my hands actually get on it, we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, just a short update video. I do apologize for the lack of context here and so on. I just don't want to put out any proper specifics on what I might or might not be covering, as, well, you know, YouTube is one of these competitive things. A lot of people try to screw each other over and so on, so I like to leave my schedule as unknown as possible. But don't you worry, time permitting, there will be the usual 3 to 4 videos a day. Now, with all that being said, have a lovely day, guys. I'm going out tonight. I'm actually going out for a few drinks with some friends, so I might not be able to respond to too many comments, but I'll try my very, very best. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.